Hey everyone, welcome back. First off, I just want to thank everyone for the support on the last video I made yesterday, the skill tree tier list. I really appreciate all the feedback and the love you guys showed on that. Today, we're back with another tier list. This time, we're diving into the weapons. I spent about 36 hours in the server slam, and I got to test out a good number of weapons. There were definitely a few that weren't available yet, so for those, I'll set them aside for now instead of forcing a rating. Now, just so you know how I'm ranking these, I'm basing the weapon tiers primarily on time to kill, because at the end of the day, the faster you could drop an enemy, the more effective the weapon really is. If it can melt targets quickly and consistently, that's what puts it higher on the list. The second factor I'm looking at is versatility, how viable that weapon is in different situations, whether it's close range, mid-range, or dealing with multiple enemies. This video is going to be a part 1, covering all the weapons before the launch on the 30th. Once the game releases and I get to try all the weapons in full, I'll drop a part 2 where I'll update the ranking and see how things change. So with that said, let's jump straight into the weapon tier list and talk about which guns hit hard and which ones might need some help. Alright, first off, we're starting off with the Stitcher. So this weapon is, I would say, pretty versatile. You can use this close range, medium range, and it's automatic. Honestly, I thought it actually shredded for being a gray weapon. It was a little bit overpowered just because I felt like a lot of people were using it and just dropping them in like one clip for being a gray weapon. Also, being that this is a weapon that you get from a free kit, it means that a lot of free kits are going to be able to drop you if they hit you with the whole clip, especially to the head. Even close range, say you have a sniper and you're kitted and they have a Stitcher, they might have an actual advantage inside of a building and be able to kill you, take your loot, take your weapon, take your shield, and get out safely. So maybe they'll nerf it, but for now I'm gonna have to put this in A tier. Okay, for the hairpin, this weapon has only got one thing going for it, and it's very, very silent. You can shoot it and nobody will know where you're shooting them from. But other than that, it's got nothing else going for it. No, not damage, not speed, not nothing. So I'm gonna have to put this at C tier. This is bottom of the barrel. And then for the kettle, this is a single shot. Basically, it's like a Stitcher, but a single shot weapon. I think this also has more recoil than a Stitcher from what I remember. So I'm gonna have to put this in B tier. Alright, for the next weapon is gonna be the Rattler. I know this one is gonna be very controversial because I have a feeling a lot of you really like the Rattler. I am not sure about it though, but for me the Rattler was underwhelming. The fact that it only had 10 bullets with level 1 and the fact that it didn't do as much damage, I felt like the Stitcher actually was better in fights, in close range fights, than it was with the Rattler. I was able to down players with one clip of Stitcher. I was not able to down players with one clip of Rattler. I'll put this in the top of B tier. Like I said, you probably disagree with me. You might put it in A. Some people might put it in C. This is just my opinion based on my experience in the server slam. Also, I would like to say that all these weapons that I'm ranking here is going to be based on no attachments. All these weapons are going to be much, much better with higher attachments. There was different rarities, also different levels of guns, so you can upgrade them to level 4. I don't know in the launch it's going to be level 5 and 6 or not. But right now, I am just rating these based on no attachments whatsoever. Next, the Pharaoh, the most crafted weapon in the server slam, as they said. This weapon was my #1 weapon. I loved having this thing. I would have to put this in S tier. I mean, 2 shots of this and you are downed unless you have a medium shield. Honestly, I thought it was really, really good. I don't get why it's a gray. It makes no sense for this weapon to be gray. Like, I feel like this weapon should be at least a green. I don't know if they're gonna change that, because I mean, for something to be this powerful and a gray doesn't really make sense. So yeah, this weapon was really good, long range, medium range, and even close range, because you can just shoot somebody close range, switch weapons, and just finish them off, which a lot of people were doing, including me. So this is gonna have to go in S tier, and I have a feeling everybody agrees with me. Alright, Burleta. This weapon is a semi-automatic. It shoots really, really quick. I think this is the gun that you used in the tutorial, where the guy was on the roof and you had to shoot him. It shoots really quick. I'm probably going to put this in bottom of B tier. Might even like top of C. But honestly, I've had times where I was able to kill players pretty quick with this thing because I was just rapid fired them in the head. So it's gonna be moments. If you know how to use it, you're gonna be able to kill with it, especially as a secondary. It's definitely better than the hairpin, 100%. So I'll put this at the bottom of B tier. Anvil, anvil, anvil. So this is a green. I think the reason why they put this as a green and this is a gray is because this is more of like a semi-auto, and this is a one shot where you have to reload. So the anvil is more of a shorter range than a Pharaoh is. I know the Pharaoh was able to shoot further, less of a bullet drop off than anvil. So I'm gonna have to put this in S tier as well. This was very versatile. You can use it medium to close range, and a lot of people were. And the fact that you can just keep shooting it with a little bit of a delay in between was very powerful. So S tier for sure. El Toro. Oh man, I love this gun. I loved having this thing as my secondary, especially going into that control tower with it. Having it as a secondary, I mean, I was destroying with it, killing whole teams, 2-3 mans by myself. Yeah, just look around the corner, shoot, go back in, wait for the delay, look around this corner, shoot again, 2 shots and they're dead. So this is definitely. I'm probably gonna put this in A tier because we know what's coming with this weapon here. Actually, I'll go over that next. This is definitely S tier. This is just a better El Toro. Semi-automatic, pink gun. Honestly, in my opinion, I think this shotgun should be blue, and this one should be pink. I think green for this is too good, just because of how powerful it is. Close range, nothing can really mess with it unless you got somebody who's just doming you with an automatic rifle. Close range, then maybe you'll get downed instead. You cannot miss shots with it. I mean, if you miss a shot with it and you're out in the open, you might die, so keep that in mind. Next, this weapon here, this is probably a controversial one because I have a feeling a lot of people did not use this how it's supposed to be used. This weapon is super accurate. It's got pinpoint crosshairs, right? What's so good about this weapon is you can just dome with it. Like, it doesn't matter what they have in their hand. If you're just doming with this thing, it's just unbelievable. I killed so many people just hitting them in the head with this. It was easy kills. It was the best weapon to use for headshots, close range, or even medium range. This weapon really sucked medium to long range. I mean, it was really bad. I'm gonna have to put this in like middle of A tier. Above Stitcher, under El Toro. Venator. I don't know if I got to use this weapon, to be honest. Unless I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't think I've got to use this one. Renegade, I definitely got to use this a few times. This weapon is really cool. It's basically a faster sniper, but it does use medium rounds, so it doesn't do as much damage. But I found it to be really good for medium range fire. So I'm gonna put this in here, right under El Toro, and above Apriego. Osprey. Oh my gosh, this weapon is insane. First time I actually got to use this weapon, I brought in heavy rounds with it, thinking it's a heavy rounds weapon, and I had 0 bullets, funny enough. So yeah, once I learned it's medium ammo, it made more sense because this weapon is a laser. I mean, I was downing kids from 450 meters away without missing a shot because it had no bullet drop off at all, right? You could just beam across the map with this thing, which I found it to be very overpowered. I think it should have some bullet drop off, otherwise it just makes it broken. So yeah, this is definitely like S tier. I'll put this honestly, I think this might be like right here. In terms of versatility, the Pharaoh had more versatility, and that's why I'm ranking it above the Osprey. But Osprey is definitely second place so far. Okay, for the next weapon, the Torrento. I've got to use this a few times, and I also died to it a few times. Basically, it's an LMG. I think it holds maybe 30 to 50 bullets, and it just shoots really quick. I mean, you're not going to be able to kill somebody with this thing if you're head on with them, because they're just going to keep shooting and they're going to take you out with it. That's exactly how I died. I mean, you can take on 1v2 with this thing, no problem, and you'll be able to kill them both. I think this weapon is definitely I want to put it in S tier, but Yeah, I'll put it in the bottom of S tier for now. Like I said, this could be very subjective, guys. Let me know what you disagree with in the comments, please. I would love to hear more. This is just based on my experience. Bobcat, I don't think this was in the game at all. Tempest, oh, come on. I've seen a few people use this thing on Twitch and videos. I mean, this is probably the #1 weapon. I heard it's the most broken weapon in the game. It's basically like an M4A1, but on crack. Super accurate and shoots really quick. It'll take out anybody. You can probably take out you can probably take on a 1v3 if you know what you're doing and how to aim. So yeah, this is top of S tier, just based on what I've seen and the consensus. Jupiter did not get to use. Equalizer did not get to use. That's it for this video, guys. It is a short and sweet one. I know the last one was very long because there was a lot to talk about, but with this one there isn't much to talk about. If you guys liked this video and found it helpful, please drop a like. For now, see you guys in the next one.